Hey everybody, and guess who's back to vlogging? This guy! So the main reason why I decided to start vlogging again is because two of my friends who also have YouTube channels do vlogs, and just watching them go around film stuff seems like very fun to just go around, film stuff and document the cool stuff you're up to. So that's one reason why I decided to go start vlogging again. One of my friends who vlogs is Josh Adams. I did a podcast with him. You guys should definitely go check it out. I'll link it down below. He says lots of interesting stuff in that podcast about filmmaking, photography, and we just have a good chat overall, so it's definitely worth a listen in my opinion. I re-listened to it recently, and I also enjoyed listening to it. It's good stuff that I kind of forgot, and re-listening to it was nice. And my other friend was Ethan Seymour. He does skate videos, and his skate videos are super cool. It's just cool seeing his progression and seeing the local DIY spot that he created in his videos. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to go ask him questions about starting the DIY spot, because most of the ramps there are his. So I'm just asking questions about starting it and the ramps and all that kind of stuff. And also two of my favorite YouTubers, Casey Neistat, who you obviously know of. He's the best vlogger in my opinion. He started doing daily vlogs again. So watching him do vlogs also inspired me to do vlogs again, because he's the main reason why I do vlogs. And also for a little bit, Dan Mace did some vlogs, and his vlog was super cool. It's just cool seeing another YouTuber that I look up to, and it's also cool because it's from Cape Town, South Africa, where I'm from. I was lucky enough to meet him. I have a video of me telling the story of how I met him. I'll link that in the description. So yeah, right now I'm just going to go and skate at our local DIY skate park. The park doesn't really have its own name. We just call it Clovelly parking lot, because in a parking lot in Clovelly, and that Clovelly is the location where the park is based. So yeah, I'm just going to go meet up with Ethan now and ask him questions about the park and just have a fun session. So all of these ramps and this skate park is because of you.
I guess so.
Well, now I'm going to ask you a few questions so the audience knows how this came a reality. What made you want to build ramps in the first place?
So it started with like flat ground skateboarding. My friend and I just got into skateboarding that way, and obviously we wanted to progress, like every skateboarder wants to progress. So luckily I had a builder on hand. My girlfriend's dad helped me build ramps. We started with the box, and ever since then we've just been building whatever comes to mind.
Did you find when you started having ramps like available all the time, did you see your progression go up, or was it making you more tired and like getting bored of skating them? Like, were you getting bored of skating them? Was it helping you skate more and get your progression better?
No, definitely progression, for sure. I mean, you can only do so much flat ground, so obviously when you have obstacles and stuff, try new things, you try different lines, different combinations, and yeah, personally I enjoy skating obstacles a lot more than flat ground skating.
What made you want to share your ramps with everyone in the community, like all the local skaters, instead of keeping it to yourself?
Well, I mean, obviously a lot of people would want to keep ramps to themselves, but I do feel the community is very embracive. Is that a word? I don't know. They're embracing, and there's a lot of skaters in this area. I thought, why not share the ramps with them? And otherwise they just rot away in my back garden or wherever I'm storing without being used. So I thought community is better than just individually.
That's nice. And it helps the community, everyone's progressing with their skating and growing.
Yeah, and everyone just has a lot more fun skateboarding if everyone
is together.
Yeah, and has obstacles.
Also, it helps you. Having a certain spot where everyone can meet up helps you meet more skaters in the community.
Yeah, and you can collab and whatever you want. I mean, find new things to do.
Well, what I notice is when there's no like a certain park or like a place to meet up with everyone, you kind of forget how many skaters actually live in the valley.
It's very difficult to contact people. I mean, you can over social media, but in reality the plans that actually you follow through are quite slim.
And you might not get a reply.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. How did you create this DIY park? Like, why did you decide to make it?
Well, this is not only me now, we've always been looking for an area to skate, and majority of people were skating at the library, and then that got shut down because obviously there's lots of people, it's very active. And now we found Clovelly, or I guess I found Clovelly as an area, and it was safe, no one was here, there's not many cars parked during the day, so yeah, I decided to just put all my stuff down, and we've been skating here ever since.
Since this is a public parking lot that we technically don't have the rights to use, how do you manage with the storing the ramps in case the weather's bad, or so people don't steal it for like scrap metal or wood, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so you said two interesting points there actually. First of all, it's not our land obviously, and to build a DIY skate park, most of the time it's not going to be your land. And I think most of the time when people start a DIY park, they just start putting obstacles there progressively, and obviously that's what's happening here. But it's got good response from the community, from everyone around in the area, so that's a positive one. We haven't been shut down. And then also the community's been embracing us. Like I said, we've been able to store our ramps in this lady's garden, and we've bought covers, so everything's stored there. And we just message each other to store the ramps and to take them out, and everyone's very responsible, so it's working.
And none of the ramps have been stolen so far?
None of the ramps. There was a rail that I brought that we can't find, and we don't know if that's scrap metal for a homeless person or whether a fellow skater has stolen it.
When the park was still at Long Beach Mall, I donated my rail and that thing's gone.
It's a god hassle.
I don't know where
it always happens with
none of the skaters have it.
Yeah, it's just part of what it is. Stuff happens.
It's never really the skaters that steal it for themselves.
Yeah. I know, everyone's pretty trustworthy, so.
Sick. Let's get some clips of you skating now.
Yep, let's go.
So normally when I come and skate here in Clovelly, I don't really skate the obstacles that Ethan brings, like the obstacles that keeps here for the skaters to skate, because I'm not that good at skating, so I can't really skate the obstacles, but I'll get there one day. Practice makes perfect, as everybody knows. But when I do come here, I skate this brick little bank thing, and it's super fun to skate. It's nice doing tricks down it and up it. I can't really do tricks up it because doing tricks up it is harder because I don't think I get the right amount of speed, but this thing is just fun to skate. I do like 180s and bonelesses and no compliance. Often I'll do those tricks for you guys right now. It's just a fun little obstacle to skate, and it kind of gives me a bit of a street skating vibe. Those ramps, they give me more of a skate park vibe, and I prefer the street skating aspect to skating more. It was really cool interviewing Ethan today. The reason that I interviewed him, not just because I knew it was going to be interesting, like the stuff he was saying was going to be interesting, but I wanted to interview him to inspire you guys. Just to see the things that he did to get like a cool skate park for his community. It's something that you guys can do. And I'm not saying these skate parks that you guys plan, like these DIY parks for your community, need to be like huge and grand and like a concrete park. You just need a few obstacles, just something that can bring the skaters of your community together. Like all we have at that park is a grind box, a rail, a manual pad, and a quarter pipe. That's only 4 obstacles. That's basically all you need, because you got like a bit of variety, and that can bring in a bunch of different skaters to the place. That's why I interviewed Ethan. It was just very cool interviewing him and hearing his reasons for doing stuff. And as I was filming it, I was like, that's interesting. Ah, that makes sense. That's cool. Like it was interesting for me, not just for you guys. And I had a very good day today. One thing that happens to me all the time is I get too stuck into my head. I get too much, like I have these thoughts and I get too stuck in my head. And today I just like took my camera out and went filming. Like I knew I had the interview with Ethan planned already, because I planned it before time. But like after I filmed the interview with Ethan, I just filmed a bunch of clips of me skating. And then since in Clovelly where we skate, the beach is just across the road, I just went to the beach with my camera and tripod and I just filmed the beach. Like I just filmed that. And that was so cool. It's just cool filming the beach, filming what nature does naturally, all that stuff was just very cool. And that's one thing I really enjoy. Like it's good to have a plan for your day, but also sometimes it's good to just go with the flow and see what happens.